Moonshiners. Where is Stephen Ray Tickle from Moonshiners? On Discovery's Moonshiners, fans are wondering where cast member Stephen Ray Tickle is these days. From the looks of his social media account, Steve is a prospering entrepreneur who is marketing his brand of legal shine to sell and has loads of posts sharing his whereabouts and what he is up to, aka just plain old Tickle. Stephen is a TV personality and spirits entrepreneur who markets and sells his brands of shine. Stephen Ray has starred in Discovery Channel's series Moonshiners. He lives in Pittsylvania County, Virginia, and has been filmed working in the town of Gretna. He had a spin-off show a few years back called Tickle as well. In 2013, he was reported to be a union carpenter and to have lived in the Washington area for 2 years recently as a top carpenter while building the popular Clyde's restaurant near the Verizon Center downtown. Get updates on the latest posts and more from monsters and critics straight to your inbox. By submitting your information, you agree to our T&CS and privacy policy. In 2013, Tickle made it known he was eyeing running for a political office and was gunning for U.S. Representative Robert Hurt in Virginia's 5th Congressional District as an independent, according to the Washington Examiner. I'm pretty serious about it, because I'd like to take my status of what I've become on TV and be able to do some good with it. And that would be a place where I could do good with it, you know. Look out for the man who I know who he is, and he knows who I am. Lots of these people who are in Congress and a whole lot of political offices have never really had to work a day in their life. They don't know what it is to say, "Where is my utility bill payment coming from this month? What am I going to do for rent? A's for being an independent?" He said, "I can't agree with everything on both sides, and they tend to frown upon you when you don't agree with all of their views." Tickle was also arrested in 2013 for public intoxication, and there is an awesome mugshot of him on the news page. He seems to have a penchant for getting in trouble with the law and was arrested again for felony gun issues. Well, it looks like he is home watching his pals on Moonshiners. On February 24, he posted this ahead of an episode on his Facebook page. Back on December 27, 2018, Tickle posted a photo thanking his fans now that he was out of prison. Happy news. Today, Discovery sent monsters and critics the descriptions for the upcoming shows, and Stephen Ray Tickle will be featured. After a year behind bars, Tickle gets transferred to Culpeper County, and Tim concocts a plan to get him out. In North Carolina, Mark Rojo runs Huckleberry Shine to sweeten a backwoods deal, and Red Fox's crew work their tails off making peach brandy. Episode airing March 20 at 9 p.m. ET/PT and DISCOVAR Winnock, and Digger's Handmade Vodka is on a hot streak until a cold snap threatens their run. For Mark Rogers, breaking the Moonshiner code can come at a steep price. And Tim Smith risks a big run of Tickle's double rye to put the woods back into the shine. Make sure to tune in to Moonshiners airing on Wednesday on Discovery Moonshiners. Where is Stephen Ray Tickle from? The popular reality TV show Moonshiners has captivated audiences for years with its intriguing portrayal of illicit liquor production in the Appalachian Mountains. The show brings viewers into the world of moonshining, a long-standing tradition of crafting homemade alcohol, often outside the bounds of the law. Among the many colorful personalities featured on Moonshiners, one of the most recognizable faces is Stephen Ray Tickle. Touted as one of the most engaging and entertaining cast members, Stephen Ray Tickle's rise to fame on the show has garnered a dedicated fan base. His unique personality, rugged charm, and daring adventures behind the still have made him a standout in the moonshining world. However, just who is Stephen Ray Tickle, and where is he from? What is the backstory that led him to be a central figure in one of the most successful reality TV shows? The origins of Stephen Ray Tickle. A Southern roots story. Stephen Ray Tickle hails from the heart of the Appalachian Mountains in the southeastern United States. Specifically, Tickle was born and raised in Virginia, a state known for its rich history and significant role in the development of moonshining culture. Virginia's rugged, remote terrain has historically made it an ideal location for the secretive and often illegal distillation of alcohol, which is an integral part of Appalachian culture. Stephen Tickle's life in Virginia mirrors much of what viewers see on the show Moonshiners. He grew up surrounded by the mountains, steeped in the traditions of the region. Tickle's childhood in this environment deeply shaped his understanding of the land and his appreciation for the self-reliant way of life that is characteristic of many Appalachian families. For generations, moonshining was, while Tickle's exact hometown in Virginia has been a subject of some mystery. Many sources suggest that he is from the area around Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. This region, known for its picturesque views and natural beauty, is also notorious for its historical connection to moonshining. The Blue Ridge Mountains are located in the Appalachian Range, which stretches through Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Kentucky, areas historically known for illicit distillation. It is here where Tickle's roots in moonshining began. The path to moonshining and the birth of Stephen Ray Tickle's career. Before his fame on Moonshiners, Stephen Tickle had a varied and colorful life. He did not immediately jump into the moonshining business, although he grew up with family members who were involved in the craft. Instead, Tickle's early career was marked by a diverse set of pursuits that allowed him to gain a range of skills, many of which would prove useful once he entered the moonshining world. According to Tickle, his first real exposure to moonshining came through his grandfather. This connection was important to him, as he often recounts stories of learning the ropes of distillation from older family members who passed down the craft from generation to generation. However, Tickle did not view moonshining as just a hobby or a family tradition. He saw it as a way of life that he could bring into the modern world, especially in the context of the changing times in which he lived. Tickle's time spent learning the craft of moonshining was not without its challenges. In the early years, he honed his skills by learning the complex art of distillation from seasoned moonshiners, carefully observing their methods and picking up techniques along the way. This allowed him to develop the deep knowledge of the moonshining process that he would later use in his career. He knew that to succeed in a world where the law often stood in opposition to the moonshiner's trade, he had to be resourceful, clever, and committed to secrecy. One of the most interesting things about Stephen Ray Tickle is that, unlike many of his fellow moonshiners on the show, he did not always work with a full crew or a stable of helpers. While some of his co-stars on Moonshiners have large operations, Tickle often portrayed himself as a solo operator, navigating the challenges of illicit distillation on his own. This independent approach earned him a reputation as a skilled and resilient individual, capable of handling the pressures of moonshining with style and precision. Moonshiners and the rise to fame. Tickle's big break came when the producers of Moonshiners discovered his expertise and unique personality. The show, which focuses on documenting the lives of real-life moonshiners and their efforts to produce illegal liquor, gave Tickle the platform he needed to bring his knowledge to a much larger audience. With his distinct Southern charm and ability to entertain, Tickle quickly became a fan favorite. The show's format involved following several moonshiners as they went about their business, balancing the risks of producing moonshine with the rewards of a successful operation. Tickle, alongside his friends and fellow moonshiners, including Tim Smith, became one of the central characters of the show. His irreverent humor, daring stunts, and willingness to push the boundaries of what is allowed in the world of moonshining made him an unforgettable part of the show. As viewers watched Tickle and his co-stars navigate their illegal distilling operations, they got a rare glimpse into a subculture that had been largely hidden from the public eye. The show's combination of drama, suspense, and humor, paired with the genuine portrayal of Moonshining's challenges, helped Moonshiners gain a dedicated audience. Tickle's down-to-earth personality and ability to connect with fans only added to his growing fame. The mystery of Stephen Ray Tickle's personal life. Despite being a beloved public figure, Stephen Ray Tickle has remained somewhat private about certain aspects of his personal life. Much of the information available about him is centered around his moonshining career and his appearances on Moonshiners, but there is less available about his family or personal relationships. Tickle himself has been known to keep things close to the chest when it comes to his private life, preferring instead to focus on his work in front of the camera. One aspect of Tickle's life that has intrigued fans is his apparent love for the Appalachian way of life. Even after his rise to fame, he remains connected to his roots in the Blue Ridge Mountains. His passion for preserving the traditions of his family and his region shines through in the way he talks about his craft. Tickle's connection to the land and the culture of his upbringing is an important part of his identity, and it is this authenticity that has likely contributed to his popularity. Life after Moonshiners.